Hey folks, Dewaldo here, bringing you another Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. So I've been out of it for a little while. I just returned from a holiday to Korea, which was pretty awesome. And I've also come down with a cold, so that is not awesome. And I've been playing a lot of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, especially as the new class that was just added in version 0.13, that is the Gargoyle. So just going to bring up the little stats screen. So I am choosing to go as a Gargoyle Skald, and Skald is another class or another thing that has gone through some revamping. Just a quick rundown on what the Gargoyle is all about. He has fangs and talons, which is nice if you want to do a little extra melee damage. Life protection, electricity resistance, slow metabolism, which is nice, unbreathing, which is nice, petrification resistance, and the cherry on top of all this cake, he starts with 2 extra AC, and this will grow as you level up to, I think, like a max of plus 15 or plus 20. I don't know, some insane amount. And I've been tooling around with a bunch of different kind of class combinations. The Earth Elementalist works really well. They have an aptitude for Earth magic, and starting off with Sandblast early game and then Stone Arrow can be very handy because it gives you some much needed range support, and you also start with that stack of stones. But I'm really liking the Skald, and the reason for that, it starts with some fighting, it starts with some maces and flails, it starts with some spell casting. It's got everything. I don't know. I just find that it's very survivable. And though I do miss the range support that Earth Magic offers, I don't miss it that much. So how I start this off is turn off all the skills except for fighting. Very important with a Gargoyle. Though your natural AC grows and grows and grows, your health does not. Or, well, it does, but very, very slowly, which can be a pain. So I typically keep fighting on as the only skill until it reaches about level 5. That might be overkill, but it's nice to get some extra AC as fast as possible. I'm just going to drink one of those potions. Visibility, huh? Now, shouldn't rush in. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really need to kind of play a little bit more strategically. Basically, what you want to do as a Gargoyle is you're a great melee tank. You can really put hurt on some creatures just by doing melee. Range, you don't have too many options. All of your ranged aptitudes are very low, -1 for most ranged weapons, and most magics are kind of mediocre. So you generally want to either, see if you can soften them up with something, which is why I picked up that club, which I'm going to start throwing at people, or just find a way to close that gap really quickly. And it's pretty easy early game, but it starts to get a lot harder once you start encountering monsters with attacks that can bypass AC. So things like your Orc Priest with its smiting ability. Those will tear right through you because of your low natural health. So you want to find ways of, avoiding those encounters, or I found that staircase dancing, if you come across an orc pack, can be pretty effective. But other than that, yeah, it's I like this playstyle a lot, where I can just kind of run up to things and bash them repeatedly, which I know if that's my thing, I should go for maybe a Kobold Berserker or a Minotaur Fighter, but I also like to have, a little something I can do with magic. Well, speaking of magic, let's take a look at the newly updated Book of Battle. So it's not too bad. A lot of nice charms here. I tend to try and go right for regeneration and get my charm skill up just a little bit more. Having that regeneration is really going to help, since I don't have the health to back me up. Spectral Weapon is also another strong thing. I haven't used it too much because I'm not great at this game and I haven't progressed very far. But I could see Spectral Weapon just cleaning up bad guys. And I've heard that if you find a good spear, which my spear aptitudes aren't the worst, and with mace cross-training should be okay, that you can just kind of park the spear right behind you and let it whack away at bad guys. Okay, so I've got my first stat increase. I'm going to focus a lot on intelligence, just so that I can get spellcasting a little bit better. Strength is also good, but Gargoyle Strength will naturally go up every couple of levels. I'm not sure exactly how it works. But I think intelligence is the thing that you're really going to be wanting, especially late game. Now, late game, I haven't... let's get in a nice corridor. I haven't been thinking too much about what I'm going to do late game. There we go. I popped that infusion. Very good for clearing out lots of enemies. Oh man, just tons of jackals. Nice. Corpses. But I think, maces and flails could serve me pretty well into the late game. Pick up some demon whips, which are awesome. They're very fast. It means I don't have to drop too much skill points into maces and flails to lower it. But you can go a lot of different ways with weaponry. I know axes aren't too bad. So if you find a good, maybe Randart axe, you can run with that. Again, any recommendations from you guys would be great. I don't like that worm. Whew, there we go. They also have innate poison resistance, which I think I mentioned before, but it's just such a lovely thing. It means you don't really have to worry too much about the layer. Oh, there goes the Gantoku line. you don't have to worry too much about the lair, or like the snake pits and that area. You can clear them with relative ease. Late game magic, as I was saying, gargoyles are pretty adept at earth magic, and you can dish out a lot of damage, especially when you start getting things like found altar to the Shining One and an altar of Zin. Okay, I'm not too familiar with those gods. Anyway, I was saying earth magic is a pretty strong thing. You can dish out a lot of damage with Lee's Rapid Destruction, which leads me to another point, which is, as a gargoyle, you are vulnerable to Shatter and Lee's Rapid Destruction. Oh gosh. Shoot, this could do me in. Oh, and I haven't really identified any of my potions. Or any of my scrolls. So... plan of attack. Well, let's pop Infusion. Oh, God. Get in kind of close. See if I can do some damage. Then probably drink Invisibility and run away. Save me, Fedhouse Madash. Yeah, there we go. I died. Darn! So I think I'm going to try, a couple Gargoyle Skalds. I might do some Gargoyle... Oh, and of course I had some healing potions. And some teleportation scrolls. Earth Elementalists, and try some other, warrior mage type combinations. I think that's ultimately what you want to be going for, is kind of a warrior mage hybrid. I might even go straight Gargoyle Fighter. I mean, they have such good AC that in the end, that's what you're going to be doing with most of the enemies. As for God choice, I'm really not great with what god to pick or kind of the perks and how to use each of the gods. Okiwaru seems like a pretty basic kind of deal where, I kill things, I get good weapons. So that's the god I've been going for, but I mean, you can get good mileage out of any Chebredos, Fedhouse Madash, any god. So let's look. Yeah, I didn't have anything too great. And a whopping score of 155. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's it for this very short playthrough. I will be back with another one. I'm probably going to do that thing where I play until I get to the Ecumenical Temple or, something around there. And then I can show you a little bit more early game. So until then, thanks for watching. Take care.